Today I have this look that I created for you guys, and it's a very kind of a glam, sparkly, it's not an everyday look definitely, but it's a very good look to have on a night out if you are going to a club, or if you know, Christmas, New Year's, or if there's a birthday party, whatever the occasion may be. You can totally rock this, and it's very sparkly, very, as I said, very glam. I actually filmed it with 2 lip options, so you're gonna see in the video that I have a nude lip option if you want something less bold on the lips, and then if you want something a little bit more bold, then with the lip option that I'm wearing right now. Hope you guys like it. I'm in a different room of my home. I actually created a little space in a kind of a storage area of my apartment. It's kind of like a small, I want to say storage area, it's like a computer room, and I kind of made it into a small beauty room. But as you guys can see, I think that the lighting is a lot better. I mean, we're getting a lot better with the lighting. There is a little bit of an echo, but don't mind that. And yeah, so I'm in my own little space here now. I can film a little bit more often with a little bit better quality lighting. I also wanted to mention that I have some videos in mind. I did get some new items in the mail, and I'm excited to film those for you guys. So I am gonna film that right after this video. So if you see the same look and the same shirt, just know that it's another video that I'm gonna be filming within the same day. So just keep that in mind. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so that you are notified for any videos that I upload. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prime my face, and I'm gonna use the Smashbox Photo Finish. And I'm just gonna apply this all over my face, but mostly in this area here. And then just kind of in this area. And the foundation that I'm gonna be using is the Loreal Infallible, and I'm in the shade 103, which is Natural Buff. And I'm actually gonna shake it up because I haven't used this in quite some time, so there's not much in there, but I'm just gonna dab it in just different areas of my face, and then I'm just gonna brush it out. Buff it in with a brush. And I'm gonna use the Crown brush. And this is the contour brush that we got in the BoxyCharm, but I actually love it for foundation. So I'm going to be using that. And I just love how this just buffs the foundation into the skin there. It's really nice. I'm going to use some tape. Now with the tape, you want to make sure that you do this a couple times, just because you don't want that harsh tape on your eyes. And I'm going to go with my Hard Candy Matte Eyeshadow Pro Palette. And I'm just going to go in with this beigey shade, I think it is. This shade right here. And actually, before I do that, I do want to make sure I prime my eyes. So we're going to go in with an eyeshadow base. And the eyeshadow base that I'm going to be using is one by Elizabeth Mott, and it's Thank Me Later Eyeshadow Primer. Looks like this. Okay, and then once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and go in with that eyeshadow, and I'm just going to lightly dust this all over my crease and my brow bone. And it's just going to be like a base, right? So that all the shades that I'm going to be using is nice and smooth and blended. And I hope you guys can hear me okay. There's a little bit of an echo, so I apologize, but at least the lighting's better. For my transition shade, I'm going to use the same palette, and I'm going to go in with this medium brown that's right here. I'm going with this gray shade from that same palette. And I'm just gonna focus this kind of like in my crease area, a little bit above the crease, but not passing the brown shade that we just did. And the reason we're gonna do this is because we're gonna go in with a darker, kind of like a black shadow, and you don't want that super black harsh. You just want it to be kind of like a more gradual. Go in with my Kat Von D Interstellar palette. As you can see, it's very well loved. However, I use the same colors over on this palette. I don't use every single color, but I'm going to use this matte black shade right here. And I'm just going to focus this in my outer V and in my crease. You want to go really lightly handed because this is like really, really black. You don't want it to be too much. The clean fluffy brush, you just want to go ahead and buff out the harsh edges. And it's clean, there's no product on here. I'm just going to buff out. I'm actually going to go in with a Colourpop Super Shock Shadow, and this is in the shade Liberty. And it's this really nice silvery shade. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this all over my inner and the center. Now what I want to do is as I get closer to the darker color, just go with a little bit less pressure so that kind of blends in. I absolutely love this eyeshadow. I wish I could use it every day. Okay. And then what I want to do with no product on the brush, no additional product, just whatever's kind of the residue of the black shadow. I'm just going to lightly just buff that in, just lightly, to help blend it so it's not so harsh. And this is in the shade Tinseltown. And it looks like this. You guys will be able to see it better. And I really like this Lit Cosmetics, and I like the fact that it comes with its own glitter glue. Let me see. You guys can see. There you go. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is to dip the brush in the glue. And then I'm just going to lightly just dab this all over the silver area. Then I'm going to go in with the glitter. And I'm just going to pack it on. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, and it's really up to you how heavy-handed you want to go with this. I think the amount that I have on is pretty good, and it really does enhance the shadow underneath. The Super Shock shadow does enhance the glitter. It just makes it more sparkly and um, more shiny. You want to try not to open your eye too much, because as you can see, until it dries, it does transfer a little bit, but that's fine because I'll get that. As soon as it dries, I'll just take a brush and buff that out. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I finished my eyebrows, and all I did was just fill them in with the eyebrow pencil, carve my eyebrows a little bit with concealer, and used it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel. And that's pretty much it. I did it off camera because I've done it a bunch of times for you guys on camera, so nothing's changed on my routine. The next thing that I want to do is just kind of highlight my brow bone a little bit. I'm going to go in with this shade here from the Tarte Tartiest Pro Glow to Go palette. I'm going to go in with the shade here, and this is the shade Gleam. It's just the highlight shade. And I like it because it's not super, super harsh, but it's going to give it just a little sheen. There you go. And then I just want to go ahead and go in with the concealer. I don't have any wipes on hand, so we're just going to try to cover with concealer as best as we can. And because this is a very dramatic look in the eye, I do want to go heavy-handed with the concealer. And I have some darkness around this area, so this is why I use concealer here. And I don't have a damp sponge, so we're just going to use this as best as we can. And this sponge is the Pure Cosmetics sponge, which I absolutely hate. But I have it, so I'm going to use it. So once I have that blended, I'm going to go in with my powder, and I'm going to be using my RCMA No Color Powder. RCMA No Color Powder. I'm just going to lightly dip this in. I don't use this powder super often because I like the finish it gives. I just don't like the white residue that's kind of stays there, so. But I have it, so we're going to use it. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to contour. Tartiest Pro Glow. And this bronzer shade is in the called Chisel or Chisel. Top off the excess. This is more, I use this more for contour slash bronzing. I don't really do a lot of contour, so. I just want to warm up the face a little bit. So I'm thinking of doing kind of a vlog, a weight loss vlog and kind of thing. Like follow me through my weight loss journey. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you guys want to see something like that, let me know in your comments down below. And I'll consider doing kind of like a vlog so you guys can follow me through my journey. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just lightly dust off the rest of my powder. I have a small nose, so I don't contour my nose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish my eyes. Basically start off with the brown transition that we use, and then go in with a darker color underneath. And I didn't really like the Hard Candy matte pro palette, so I'm going to go in with my Morphe transition. I'm going to go in with that same warm orangey shade. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with the, and now I'm going to go in with the black shade. It's right here. And I'm going to put that really close to my lower lash line. If I was going to put some falsies, but I'm not going to put any falsies on just because I'm going to do another video after this, so I'm going to have to wash off my face and start over. And just falsies, it's too hard to put on right now. I'm not going to put on the falsies, so I'm going to leave that for another occasion. I'll go back into my Morphe palette. I'm going to go back into my Morphe palette. I'm going to use a darker brown shade because then I want to go ahead and this shade right here. And I'm going to just kind of buff everything out so it's not harsh. It's more of a smoky effect. Okay, the last thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and highlight the inner corners of my eyes. And for the inner corner highlight, I'm going to take the shade that's right here. Right here. Nothing too bam because we already have our okay, now you could either go in with a black liner. I'm actually going to go in with a white liner just to make my eyes appear a little bit more bigger and awake. Okay. And the next thing I want to do is apply my mascara, and I'm using the Better Than Sex Faced Mascara. So I've got my mascara, got my liner, my eyes are done. Now I'm just gonna go in some. I'm gonna go in with some blush. I'm gonna keep the blush on the neutral side, and I'm gonna show you two lip options with this, just so you guys can have two options for this eye look. Now the blush I'm using is the the Tarte Amazonian Clay Party. The Tarte. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in with my highlighter, and I'm gonna go into this with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Guerrero Glow Kit. It's this one, and I'm gonna go in with the shade. I'm gonna go with the shade here. I'm gonna go with the shade Forever Young. Almost dropped it. Just to intensify that a little bit, I'm going to go in with the Forever Lit shade. It's the wider shade. There you go. Boom. Just going to dust a little bit over my eyebrow area. I'm going with the Forever Young shade mixed with the... Okay, so I'm going to go with the nude shade first, and then I'm going to go on with the more bolder shade so that you guys can see. For my nude shade, I'm going to go in with the Maybelling Blushing Beige, and then the lip liner is the Model Co. And I don't know what shade this is. Model Co. I'm not sure. I don't have a shade, but. You guys, if you guys see me and see my clothes, you'll be like, oh my god, girl, what the heck happened to you? This is the first look. Okay, so this is the first look. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the lip option number 2. And the lip option number 2 is definitely a lot more, it is a lot more in your face. So we're gonna go and with option number 2, and option number 2 is the DLS Matte Lipstick, and it's in the shade Phantom. And I'm also gonna line my lips with the IBY Beauty in the shade Classic Red. This is lip option number 2. I will see you guys on my next video. Thank you so much for the support and for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.